Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Sips for Change. As always, we're here to bring you exciting conversations about making events more planet and people conscious.
Thanks for joining us as part of our GDS Destination Series. Today, we'll dive into why Copenhagen isn't just a beautiful place to visit and why it's been crowned the third most sustainable destinations in the world, and honestly, the most exciting place to host events that actually make a difference.
Right. Whether you're dreaming up your very first event there or planning something massive like an international congress, Copenhagen's all inclusive strategy means everyone wins: your attendees, you as a planner, and the incredible local community. It's all about creating this amazing ripple effect of positive impact.
Exactly. Between 2024 and 2030, they are on this incredible journey focusing on sustainability as their North Star. Every operation, decision, every partnership is designed around this core belief that destination management organization, they have the power and responsibility to create actual CO2 reductions and build the tourism industry that's sustainable from the ground up.
Isn't it wonderful, Tammy? I am so excited to dive deeper into everything they are doing.
Definitely. Let's talk about their environmental initiative first. Here's something that will blow your mind. Wonderful Copenhagen is the very first DMO, which stands for Destination Management Organization, in the entire world to get the Green Tourism Organization certification. We're talking about 140 rigorous criteria covering everything from day-to-day operations to environmental practices and complete transparency. Their emission reporting is so thorough that the BDO audited in 2025, and it's all public, covering everything from electric usage and water management, along with their entire supply chain.
For those who don't know, BDO stands for Binder Dirker Otte. Is an international audit firm that checks sustainability reports for accuracy. They verify data on emissions, resource usage, and environmental standards to ensure destinations can credibly prove their green commitments with real, transparent results.
Thanks for clarifying that, Martine. I've also read that they've built this amazing network of over 100 tourism businesses who've all signed the Planet Copenhagen Manifest, basically promising to take serious action on climate change. As part of the initiative, they host quarterly events with expert presentations, giving participants inspiration and practical climate tools. They're also identifying key must win battles, such as critical areas within tourism where they must act for real CO2 reductions. For example, food is a major focus. Reducing animal products and increasing plant-based alternatives is what they're focusing on.
Agreed. Their sourcing policies are game changing. Everything is organic, from juice and milk to cheese and fruits. Caterers like Mayer's Contract Catering are constantly pushing the envelope on sustainable sourcing. They've spread Danish legumes throughout their entire supply chain from farm to table. Between 2018 and 2023, their use of Danish and Nordic legumes grew from 68 kilos to 16 tons. They've also cut red meat consumption. In 2018, red meat made up 37% of their raw materials carbon footprints, and since then, they have dropped to 26% by 2023.
That is amazing. Think of all of the animals that were saved from that alone. The environmental innovation here is absolutely everywhere you look. Let's talk about the 400 kilometers or 248 miles of bike lanes, all separated from car lanes and sidewalks. I don't want to spend too much time on history here, but I found it interesting that Denmark has more than 100 years of biking, which could also explain why nearly half of all daily commutes happen by bicycle. For more information, check out the link below.
That's incredible, right? Their ambition doesn't stop here. In 2025, 100% of large convention venues and 86% of all hotels in Copenhagen have a third-party sustainability certifications like Green Key, which we have talked about in our Pavilion Chantilly episode, and we'll add the link below to that one. They also have certifications from Nordic Swan Eco Label. That's the official environmental label of the Nordic countries. It certifies products and services that meet strict environmental and quality standards across the entire life cycle, from raw materials and production to use and disposal. Its aim is to reduce environmental impact, promote circular economy, and ensure safety for health and nature. So it's not accident they're all so ranked so high in the GDS index.
For sure. As an example, they have the Bella Center Copenhagen, which is leading the way. Since 2024, they've been giving every client a free climate report for their event. They're also triple certified for sustainability for ISO 14001 for environmental management system and 20121 for the sustainable event management system since 2024. Plus, they also have the Green Key certification all the way back since 2009. About 30% of their energy comes from massive 16,000 square meters, or approximately 172,223 square feet, rooftop solar panel park, which equates to the size of two football fields. They're committed to getting as close to zero waste as possible, including sorting trash into 21 different categories and sending less than 0.5% to landfills. And they get creative with upcycling. Their food waste becomes biogas. They partner with innovators to transform materials like old banners and carpets into brand new products.
This is very impressive. And the numbers are really incredible. Like carbon emissions have dropped by more than 40% since 1990. Tell me, what else do you have? What I'm thinking right now is that I definitely need to plan an event in Copenhagen.
Wouldn't that be great? Let's talk about Copenhagen's Cloudburst Plan. It's honestly world leading. Back in July 2011, Copenhagen was hit by a devastating cloudburst that flooded cellars, streets, and major roads in less than 3 hours.
For those who don't know, a cloudburst is a large amount of precipitation in a very short period of time, sometimes accompanied by hail and thunder. Cloudbursts can dump crazy amounts of rain in less than 5 minutes.
Thanks for that, Martine. That experience was a wake-up call for what sparked a brilliant citywide strategy. They transformed parks and public spaces into dual-purpose zones, amazing recreation areas that also are intelligently managing rainwater. So when you're planning outdoor events, you're using locations that are designed to be resilient and comfortable even when the weather gets unpredictable. Of course, an extreme rainfall is predicted. We always want to prioritize safety first.
Love it. So, takeaways for our event planners. You can work directly with city agencies to measure event footprints, integrate public transit ticketing, plan sustainable neighborhood tours, and use digital engagement tools that attendees actually love.
And another best part, you also get access to free sustainability training, legacy labs, and these incredible custom tools. They have a planner guide that will link below with lists of hotels and venues and transportation, restaurants, etc., to help you plan your events in Copenhagen. There's also a dialogue tool called Copenhagen Congress Compass that actually guides you through aligning your event with the UN Sustainable Development Goals. It's like having a sustainability expert right in your pocket for free. Now, let's shift gears and talk about their social commitments. Here's what's really cool about wonderful Copenhagen. They're not just trying to pack the city with tourists. They're actually building stronger neighborhoods and giving local communities real power to shape their future. Since 2024, everything they do connects back to sustainability, from cutting carbon emissions to making sure everyone feels welcome and heard.
Right, and we're talking seriously comprehensive here. They coordinated this with 23 different municipalities, and get this, every single project has to include local voices. Take their Tourism Together initiative, for example. They actually went out and mapped all the spots where tourism was causing friction, like overcrowding, then worked hand in hand with residents to find solutions that keep the city vibrant without driving locals crazy. I really love that one. From May 2024 to 2025, they've surveyed over 12,000 people, and 56% already say tourism brings more good than bad. They're shooting for 72% by the end of this year.
Additionally, their WOCO for all policies are incredible too. They're all about creating an inclusive work community. They run annual anonymous well-being surveys focusing on inclusion and sense of belonging. And they're weaving in diversity into everything they do externally, developing communication materials that genuinely reflect the diversity of their audiences. Another strong one, they set actual annual targets for diversity and equity. In 2024, 60% of the DMO's workforce were women. Top management were evenly split at 50%, and 66% of the new hires were also women. They practically eliminated the gender pay gap. We're talking about a 1.01 ratio.
Love that. And accessibility isn't just a checkbox there, it's woven into everything. Event venues invest in real adaptive infrastructure, and citywide cycling events like the Copenhagen Sprint showcase para sports, provide adaptive bikes, and partner with disability organizations to make sure everyone can participate meaningfully. It's absolutely inspiring.
That is so cool. Denmark even has a dedicated Institute for Human Rights that monitors disability rights and promotes the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. They're also a nationally regulated There is also a nationally regulated signage system that shows whether places are accessible across 7 criteria, such as wheelchair users, reduced hand-foot walking mobility, reduced vision, reduced hearing, asthmatics and allergy sufferers, cognitive disabilities, and reading difficulties.
Tammy, can I say how much I love this? Like,
Yeah,
we've covered a lot of amazing options, right? But what are practical tips for our event planners?
right. For anyone new to Copenhagen, you're in for a treat. First tip is to think outside of the box and explore the neighborhoods. Norapro is a creative powerhouse filled with diverse and delicious food markets offering fresh, local, and global flavors that cater to all taste buds. Vesterbro shines with gorgeously regenerative industrial spaces that provide unique and trendy settings perfect for cutting edge conferences and experiential events. And lastly, don't miss the Harbor Islands. It's just pure magic with green certified venues offering spectacular waterfront views, blending in urban innovation with nature. There's truly something for every type of event while you're here.
Absolutely. Copenhagen's Go Green even guide serves as a treasure map of sustainability certified venues, interactive public spaces, seasonal local experiences, and carbon offset options to maximize your event's positive impact. Plus, the digital Copenhagen card that you purchase, depending on the hours of validity you need, offers free access to public transportation, museums, and cultural attractions throughout the city. It's an excellent perk that encourages low carbon mobility and guest engagement.
And day trips are a breeze to weave into your programs. You have urban forests, pristine beaches, and charming neighborhood towns, all reachable within 20 to 40 minutes by green transport modes like electric trains or ferries. Consider adding experiential meetings with guided bicycle tours through scenic routes, neighborhood food tastings to showcase local producers, or community projects allow delegates to connect deeply with Copenhagen's sustainable ethos. Those experiences not only enrich people's journeys, but also promote zero emission mobility and local economic activation.
The DMO is really committed to spreading tourism into new neighborhoods, making sure the benefits are experienced by everyone and that every visitor becomes part of local life. It creates this authentic impact and incredible learning opportunities for everyone involved.
Therefore, Copenhagen isn't just a destination. It's this living, breathing place where every single event you host actually supports the community, protects the environment, and builds a fairer economy. How amazing is that?
Truly, the city's sustainable model is comprehensive, backed by real data, and completely open to everyone. As a planner, you'll benefit from city supported legacies, incredible green infrastructure, and the warmest, most participative welcome you could imagine.
So when you choose to host events in Copenhagen, you're not planning an event. You're joining this incredible movement for events that actually regenerate people, places, and our planet.
Now, let us know in the comments if you have ever planned an event in Copenhagen and how it was, or did this episode inspire you to do a future event there? We'd love to hear from you.
Our next journey in the series brings us to Bergen in Norway. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on so you don't miss it. And as always, every event is an opportunity to make a positive impact.
Until next time, keep making conscious choices, one sip at a time. Bye.
Bye.